Now that we have our machine updated and we've restarted, we now need to install our guest additions. To do that, we're first going to have to run a command, and let's open our command prompt by right-clicking the desktop and choosing Open in Terminal. You could also do Control plus Alt plus T to open that. Now we need to click on Devices in the toolbar of VirtualBox and choose Insert Guest Additions CD. And you'll see in the lower left that CD is going to come up. And it has now mounted that disk. So now we need to run that command that I was talking about, and this command is going to install the developer tools that we need in our system before we run guest additions. So we're going to run sudo apt install build-essentials dkms and then Linux-headers. Dash, $, parentheses, uname, and then space, and -r, parentheses. And let's enter our password here after we press enter. And now let's press enter again, and it's going to start running that. And it's going to start installing the build essentials. We'll have to click yes here. Now that's going to take a little while, and while that installs, I want to talk more about this command that we just ran. The sudo apt install you're familiar with, but the build essentials, this gives us things like GCC compiler and make in order to build software from source. The DKMS that we ran in that command stands for Dynamic Kernel Module Support, and it's a framework to manage and rebuild kernel modules. And then Linux-headers, uname-r, installs the headers that match our current version. So in uname-r, it's pulling in the right headers. So we'll just let this run now, and then we'll be able to run our software and install the guest additions. So it has now completed. Now let's go down and just double-click this CD, this mounted image, and it will give us the chance to just run the software. So we see contains software to run. We click here on Run Software, and we'll have to click Run, and then it's going to want our password. So enter our password here to authenticate. Okay, and now that's running, and it also is going to take just a little while to complete. Now let me talk for a minute about the guest additions and what it does for us. Guest additions is a set of drivers installed inside the virtual machine to improve how it works with your host system. These drivers provide better mouse integration, improved video support, and they enable things like shared clipboard and drag and drop features. So periodically we're going to want to copy something and paste it back over to our host machine, our Windows computer, and these guest additions will allow us to do that. Now when I talk about host and guest, our Windows 11 machine in this instance is our host machine, and our Ubuntu is our guest machine. So that has now completed. So we have guest additions installed. Now we're going to need to reboot our system. So again, we can reboot here from the terminal. Just type in the command reboot and enter, and it's going to go through the reboot process. And when this comes back up, and it'll take it a minute, but when it comes back up, I want to demonstrate one of the features that we have now as a result of having installed guest additions, just sort of a proof of concept. Now we're back. We want to enter our password here and sign in. And now when this opens up, I want to demonstrate for you the clipboard feature that we now have as a result of guest additions. So go up here to the toolbar in VirtualBox and click on Device and go down, and you can see here we have shared clipboard, we have drag and drop feature. You can drag and drop from host to guest or from guest to host or bi-directional. Same with the shared clipboard. You have these different options. Let me open that back up. And we want to go bi-directional. So this is for our clipboard settings. We choose bi-directional. Now on the Windows computer, I want to open Notepad. So let's enter in Notepad here and open that up. Now remember, this is on the Windows computer, the host machine. And I just want to enter some text in here that we can copy. So we can put whatever we want to. We're just going to put text to demonstrate clipboard. We then want to select that and go ahead and copy that to our clipboard. And now we can go over here to Libre. Now we're on our Ubuntu system and we're opening up Libre, which is the word processor on Ubuntu. And we can now copy and paste, we can now paste that in to demonstrate our clipboard. So you can see our clipboard is working. We're able to move seamlessly between the Windows machine and the Ubuntu machine. So that's great. And so that gives us a lot of flexibility as we're working in Ubuntu and need to copy things back and forth. But it seems to be working well. And we are now set up with some more features added into our Ubuntu machine. And we're now ready to proceed to the next video. So I'll see you in the next video where we will talk about the value of snapshots and how to take and restore a snapshot of our system. Thank you.